Children and teens with developmental disabilities and other special needs have been found to be bullied more often than their classmates without disabilities. In fact, the rate of bullying among other children with disabilities can be as high as twice the rate of other students. It's the differences of these children that make them the target of bullies, and those differences are related to how their disability affects them. Perhaps it's their speech is not clear, or they walk differently and interact with others differently. According to a 2007 study, children with disabilities often have a lower social standing among other students, which leads to them being frequent targets of bullying. We want to address these issues, and we want to make all schools safe for all students.
When a particular student sought out during lunch and after school to hit me, he always found a way to hit me when nobody could see. I support the safe schools for all because I don't want to see kids today get their nose broken before someone does something.
Most of the studies show that children who've been bullied have a high rate of depression, anxiety, and frankly, suicidal thoughts.
But the state statute is difficult to read, and often when implemented then by policy in individual school districts, they focus on religious and racial and gender, and they ignore the many other issues that result in bullying. Students' status, special education status, students' sexual preference or sexual identity, students' poverty, things like that. Some of the cruelest stuff that I've seen in schools as a former teacher had nothing to do with racial or religious or gender. It had to do with other attributes of the kids.
And I think that we as adults have to have the courage to stand up and say, we need to support this bill. We as adults need to stand up and to speak out for these children and say that every single child should be able to go to school and feel safe.